Hello nerds, welcome back to an episode of WNN, your source for the music and music production news. For those of you that have been complaining about the new setup, yes, I have been kidnapped and I am being held at a hippie compound. Please save me. Got a lot of small updates to talk about today. In our first story, Native Instruments has released yet another Kontakt library, this one known as Scene Nightshade, and they are branding it as a sinister scoring palette with eerie synths, droning strings, and haunting choir clusters for horror soundtracks. You can blend smoothly between 16 hybrid sound layers with effects and controls using the XY pad. There's nothing too funny about this, I would say. I mean, I will say the XY pad there does look a little bit like a Rorschach painting. So if you're looking to make a budget horror film, it's never been easier. At least musically, it's never been easier. Designed with media composers in mind, you don't say. Sorry, I had to put on autofocus also because it's really hard to set up the manual focus by yourself when it's all the way over there. Whatever, I'm sure you guys don't really care about that. So it's surprisingly only 728 megabytes, a little on the small end there, I would say. This house is also haunted. I'm not sure if you heard that. Let's hear what it sounds like. I mean, yeah, it's sounding pretty spooky there. I don't know. I feel like you don't need the craziest library to do this sort of stuff. I guess one thing you could say though is if it has a lot of different, patches that do, runs or like performance pieces that you can kind of just slap in there, that will make it a bit easier. Very trailer-esque, I would say. That one's a bit cooler, a little more of a droning ambient piece. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't let that one play out a bit more. I think you get the idea there. It is $29.99. If you're interested in it, a link in the description will be available. It'll be an affiliate link though. Generally, I say try before you buy, but don't buy this because I am telling you about it. Sorry, it's actually $29. Don't buy this because of me though. Make your own judgment call based on what they have on their website. And generally when there's a demo version available, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I might want to fix this autofocus. Autofocus is garbage because it can't just stay focused on the thing that's there. For some reason, it has to go out of focus and readjust, which makes it completely useless.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I think I was able to get the focus right by holding my hand over here while fiddling with the fucking knobs. You like that joke? Stay tuned for more. Make sure to like button, subscribe if you are new here. In our next story, Sugar Bytes has released something that I personally think is useless. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'll disagree with me here. Have you ever wanted a GROOVEBOX, but for your computer? Yeah, me either. But let's look at this here. So it's called DIALEKT, and it's a GROOVEBOX that is compact and a pocket-sized format for your computer though. And I just generally don't really understand who this is for here, because I feel like usually a GROOVEBOX is going to be something you want to feel. I just don't really see the appeal of having on a computer, especially when there are like free things you can get like this. Some DAWs even come with something like this. So maybe this is the selling point here. It comes with what they deem high quality synthesized and sampled sounds. And they claim to have innovative and exclusive features here. So maybe there is something here. Let's see. They claim the standout feature is the song randomizer, which will generate sequences and sounds based on different genre settings. And they say it delivers truly impressive results. Key features: start casual, finish professional. Okay. And it has a mighty song randomizer, 27 different synth engines, 8 touch effects with sequencer, audio, MIDI single outs. It also can do polyrhythms. I'm just curious if it really lives up to the hype here. So this is an AI generated video, right? I could tell by the like ratio that's probably what happened here. So there's supposed to be an iPad and iPhone version, but it has not come out. This place is haunted. I mean, honestly, everything about this just sounds really generic. Okay, so far that was pretty disappointing. I mean, I feel like this may kind of work for them though, because Sugar Bytes is a pretty old company. Well, when I say work for them, I mean they may sell a decent amount of copies, not a lot. They're a pretty old company, and I feel like the main people who would buy this are not of this generation. I mean, because the sounds just seem generic. The idea is a little dated in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know, man. So there's a sample slicer with recording capabilities, but only in the standalone version. Having features limited to standalone is always an L, unless it's something like totally insane and amazing. Like, it's always an L, because nobody wants to break away from their workflow and go utilize one specific feature in a separate app. You know, Isotope RX is a pretty good example of this, although I guess those are a little more warranted. I would assume a majority of those they could probably transfer into the plugin. One thing that it has is a sound per step feature. So synth parameters are saved to individual sequencer steps. I don't know if that's really a good thing though, because you can't really do smooth automation, but I feel like this is kind of a step backward, because you could do this with automation. You can flip all the settings per 16th step or whatever you want. So there's a memory page and a song randomizer. It's got 8 effects, including tape stop, filter delay, reverb, looper, phaser, chorus, low pass, and lo-fi. No high pass? All right. So there is a demo version. So, you know, if you're interested in this for any reason, you know, consider getting the demo first. The link will be in the description if you're interested in this. It is $99 though. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, they have released Effectrix before, as well as Graindad and Tornado. One thing I noticed is they always have very interesting names, but their stuff has always seemed a bit dated to me. So yeah, I think this one was supposed to come out on iPad, but I do not see it here. That would make a lot more sense to me than using it, you know, in your DAW and on a regular computer. In our next story, we're actually continuing on the Native Instruments news. Well, I guess we skipped one there, but apparently they have partnered with DJ Mustard to drop some limited gear. The gear in question being the Machine and Control S49. Now it's a giveaway, and if you want to enter, there will be a link in the description. You enter on the Native Instruments website, and of course it is mustard colored. Why wouldn't it be? That's actually horrifying. All you have to do is enter your name and email address. God damn. I mean, honestly, if I were to win this, I would probably just sell it, because I'm not a fan of the mustard color. I don't know, man. In our next store, ARTURIA has announced something, and I don't know what the fuck it is. What was that? Who the fuck knows? In our next story, Chameleon X V2 has been released. I talked about it before it came out. Just want to let you know it's out. Here is a little video of it from EWAN BRISTOW. For those of you that can't figure out what it does, it takes any audio and resynthesizes it spectrally. And speaking of PLUGDATA patches, we have another one here from NASKO. This one is called In Iris, just dropped. Free full spectral real-time disperser using IR convolution. Alright, this is a funny bit of news here. Apparently OpenAI is losing millions of dollars because of people saying please and thank you on ChatGPT. So if you want them to go bankrupt, continue saying please and thank you. Honestly, like what would happen if you just go there and start spamming it all day, every day? In our next story, there is a free physical modeling violin plugin that you can get now. That'll be linked in the description. So it supports MIDI 2.0 as well as MPE, and it combines physical modeling with behavior modeling. It's only 20 megabytes. There's microphone modeling and a 3D panner effect. And they even admit it here. This is crazy. I've never seen a company do this before. They're giving away this violin in hopes of luring you in to get you interested in their other products. Hey, at least they're being transparent about it. I mean, I can't even be mad about that. Sounds pretty legit. I mean, it sounds a little fake, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'm not particularly impressed, but I mean, it's free. What can you do? Okay, guys, thank you for tuning into this episode of WN, your source for the music and music production news. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. If you want to stay up to date with the news, yeah, if you want to support the channel, consider joining my Patreon or becoming a channel member or using the affiliate links down in the description. All great ways to support the content. I'll see you guys next time.